What's up, beautiful beings, and welcome back to another episode. And I'm just going to just like give y'all a little update on what's been going on with me and why I haven't posted in a while. I mean, I have not created a video, I have not created a podcast episode, I have not done a thing. And I might get the apartment work doing. And so I have not done anything. And it's because I've been on a journey, and it has been a very negative one. It's just been me trying to, get myself in some sort of order, and it has been a struggle mentally and emotionally. Um, you know, I'm just trying to like get my thoughts together, but I have been struggling to get myself back on a good track mentally. I, was in a not so great relationship, and towards the end of that relationship, I was introduced to meditation. And I was meditating, and, I was going to the beach, and, I was, you know, getting my emotions and my mind in the right path, on a nice flow. And then I fell off. And I'm gonna tell y'all the story about how I fell off. So this was more than 6 years ago, more than 7 years ago. I don't know. I know my brother was still here. I know my brother was still here. And this is one, I'm going to give y'all one piece of advice, right? Get your understanding from the Most High. Do not read something or hear something and think that that is law. And I'll tell you why. During the process of meditation or learning about meditating, I did not fully understand meditation, okay? I thought I did, but when I think about it now, I did not. And I heard this one person, I don't know who it was, but they were just like, you are a God. You are a God. God is within you. You are God. You could do anything. You can manifest anything you want in this life. And me with my pompous self, who truly thought that I was a God, right? And before this person and I had, this disagreement or falling out, whatever, Spirit spoke to me. If you go through with this, it's going to be hard for you to get back on track. And I did not listen because why? I thought I was a God, right? Puffed out chest, I'll be okay. All I got to do is just meditate and get myself back in Zen mode. I'll be fine. And so this person and I had a falling out. And I told you I was like 6, 7 years ago. Actually, no. Nope. 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 Wait, hold on. We've been together almost like 5 years. I'm trying to think. Hold on. Maybe 7+ years. Maybe maybe 7+ years. Nope. No. Somewhere around there. Okay, it's not important. The important part is that God spoke to me and I didn't listen. God told me that it was going to be hard for me to get myself back on track. And because I felt like I was a God, listening and letting the words of others, stir up my emotions and feelings, I messed myself up. And y'all, for those years up until last year, it has been difficult for me to get myself on track. I have tried meditating all over again. I have tried trying to remove those, negative thoughts and bring positive thoughts back into my mental space. I tried everything except for one thing. But I tried everything that I could think of. And it was hard. And I did not realize that throughout that time, I was warned. I didn't think anything of that until last year when God gave me understanding. I didn't realize. I didn't remember that time. And it's not until I started this journey of building my relationship with the Most High, trying to just get myself together mentally and emotionally, that God is providing me with understanding from things that happened years ago. Remember? That's remember how? That's how it's been for me. I don't know why I keep doing that. Well, I keep turning the key though. Y'all, I'm in my car, y'all. My windows are so dirty. I really need to wash my car. But all right, back to the matter at hand. So, I mean, everything was my thoughts were negative. I was in a very mean space, angry, sad. I was angry because, I couldn't get myself together. I was on top of that, we were going through pandemic, you know, George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, like everything. So it was anger because of, how I'm just watching us being murdered and treated like we are nothing. Like we are on society's, we're on the bottom of society's totem pole of life. Excuse me. We are on the bottom of society's totem pole of life. We are. Look how we are treated. Look how they just kill us, and it's just nothing. It's just like every day. It's just like an everyday thing. It got to the point where I just got really angry. And there was some hate mixed up in that anger. Frustration. I'm sad because I'm seeing how we are being hunted and murdered, and just like they treat dogs better than they treat Black and brown people. Animals are treated better than us Black and brown folks. And it's just sad. Just sad. So I had a lot of like aggression. It was just everything negative. And it got to a point where, I feel God turned up the heat under the fire of life for me. And I just could not take it anymore. I truly felt like I was losing my mind. I truly felt like I was losing my mind. And so I just had enough. I said, enough is enough. And I just built my relationship with the Most High. But like I said, I tried everything except for one thing. I did not try God. I didn't. I'm like trying to remember everything I learned from meditation, trying to, meditate on my chakras, trying to remove, like I said, remove those negative thoughts and replace them with positive thoughts. Y'all, it got to the point where I grind my teeth so much. I realized this last year because I'm looking at my teeth and I'm like, your teeth were never like that. I grind my teeth so much without even realizing it that one tooth is pushed forward and the other one is in its regular space. It looks like one is longer than the other. Once I began to pay attention to my body, not only did I realize I was grinding my teeth, everything, my body was tense. My eyebrows were, I frown all the time. Like I've been frowning for years, to the point where I have like a line in between my eyebrows where my third eye is. There's a line there because I frown so much. I find myself when I'm paying attention to my body that my stomach is so tense. My shoulders are tense. I've been like that for years and I did not realize it. And so there was a lot of tension on top of everything else going on. And yeah, enough was enough, And I'm glad I'm glad I began to build my relationship with God. Because who knows where I would be. Yeah, I really thought I was going to go to jail. I almost hit somebody upside the head twice. I'm being honest. I'm so glad I did because honestly, mentally and emotionally, it has helped. I'm not sitting and soaking in sorrow. I'm not sitting and soaking in worries. I'm not fearful. And even if I feel those feelings, I know who to turn to. My mind, I'm learning to, focus more, not have all these things going on up in my head at one time. Can't think straight. Like, I no longer feel like I'm losing my mind. I know where to turn. I said prayer to God and God provides. God distracts me from those negative thoughts. God distracts me from those. I believe so. And I don't care what nobody say, bro. I don't care what nobody say. I'm so glad. That's like the best thing I could have done for myself and my life was cry out to God. When I tell you I was crying. Liquid. I mean, I'm crying coming out of everywhere. It was like the best release I've ever had. And I'm so grateful. I'm grateful every day. I thank God. I thank God that I was heard. I felt those feelings. I felt those emotions. I just turned it. When they say turn it over to God, in truth, turn that over to God. If you are dealing with mental and emotional issues and you were like me and you tried everything, try God. Try God. When you go to God, don't speak empty words. Give everything over to the Lord. And I could say that because I did it. And I could say that because I experienced it. And it, it is real, bro. It's real. I am happier. I no longer have to pretend to be happy. I no longer have to, have this fake smile on the outside, but inside I'm battling and I'm having a war with myself. I no longer have to do that. And if I deal with a trial and tribulation, I know where to turn. I know who to go to. God. Because I believe that God has my back. I believe that if I continue on this road, all my needs will be met. God already showed me. I had to unplug from everything. Social media, the news, all of that, and just focus on God. And then God shows me in my life that He is there, that He hears me, He answers prayers. I see that now. Before I didn't realize any of that, but I do now. I do now. I'm no longer attached to this carnal world and begging and praying for money and riches and to win a lotto. I don't need to do all of that. I understand a lot more now. And I don't want to forget who I was because I've tried this journey before and I didn't remember who I was and the nonsense that I was going through. And so I fell off because again, felt like I was a God, right? No, there's only one God, one supreme being. And my mother used to say He will never leave or forsake you. And it is true. Try God. You tried everything. I know people turn to drugs, alcohol, sex, whatever the case may be to get to ease the pain. You do not need that. Some people remove themselves from this earth because they feel like there's no help from anybody. Nobody can help me. Nobody understands. When I tell you God understands, release all of that anger and frustration and worry and fear and hurt and pain. Cry as if your life depends on it because your life depends on it. I told God I want to live. I do not want to be this way anymore. I cannot. What good is it doing to me? I am killing myself. Physically, my health and all of this, I'm dying. I want to live. And so if you want to live, you give God a try. Remember that Rome was not built in a day. It's not just going to automatically be, sunshine and blue sky. It's a process. But if you understand that and you keep telling yourself that, you will be okay. Keep going to the Most High. Keep praying. You find your motivation, bruh. My kids are my motivation. My mental health is my motivation. My emotional health, improving both, is my motivation. I read my Bible. I no longer let people trick me out of my position. Yeah, I understand things of the Bible were removed. Yes, there's things I don't understand, but God provides understanding. Read your Bible. Start somewhere. Start somewhere. I listen to gospel music. But when I listen to gospel music, I sing those songs. Those words mean something to me. I apply them to my life. And in turn, when I am singing those words, I sing those words to the Most High. And I feel. We don't feel. We hide. We bury feelings and emotions. Release that. Your life depends on it. Your life depends on it. You want to live. I want to live. I want to smile. I want to see God's goodness in my life and thank you, Lord, and be happy. God will provide and God will guide. Don't let anybody else guide your life. Please don't think that there's no one. There might not be a person on the face of this earth that understands, but that's why God is God and human beings are human beings. My hope is that you hear me loud and clear. You feel this message, and I hope and pray God grants you understanding. Try God. Try God. I'm glad I did, and it it's the best thing, like I said, I could have done for my life. I don't ever want to go back to that negative person, those negative thoughts, those negative feelings. I could have been in jail, knocking somebody upside their head. Y'all, I was angry. I'm no longer angry. I am learning. Okay, you have to unplug, and you're gonna unlearn a lot of things, and you're gonna learn so many more powerful, positive things if you turn yourself over to God. No more handing down of those generational curses. I talk to my kids about God, and we do read the Bible. And when I think that, they are not interested, they ask questions, things that we went over a week before, they remember certain things. Like, I am so glad they're learning to pray, putting God first. And it's a process. I'm not expecting them to know everything and learn everything. Yeah, they will probably go their own way, but I'm giving them a tool to come back to. My mom talked to me about God all the time. All of us, all her kids, and we went our own way. But look at me. I remember. And as I'm on this journey, I think about growing up in my mom's life, and I see what God worked in her life, and I'm amazed. I'm in awe. God is awesome. God is real. And I'm sticking with it. So, my beautiful beings, that's the update on me and where I've been. I am improving my mental and my emotional health by building my relationship with God. I tried it on my own and it did not work. I fell, went back to living this earthly carnal life that's supplying me with nothing but hurt and pain and agony, stress. No, enough is enough. I've had enough. God provides me with everything I need. And yes, God will provide you with things that you want. Sometimes, you may think you want something and God gives it to you and you don't want it at all. But I appreciate everything. And with that being said, my beautiful being, you going through any mental and emotional, health issues, or, you're battling inside, you are not alone. You are not alone. God is there. He's just waiting. That's God knocking. God wants you to answer it. And my recommendation is to answer. You will not regret it. Just hold on tight. I will always repeat that. Hold on tight. Stick with it. Do not give up. Do not give up. Find your motivation and push like you've never pushed before in your life. Remember, you want to live. Remember that your life depends on it. You're battling, God is knocking. Answer. And so, I thank you so much for joining me this episode. Make sure, y'all, because it's not over, make sure to join me next episode for an awakening.